football fans, back at it with another New York Giants video as the New York Giants came out with their second win of the season. They get to 500 for the first time since 2016 as they were able to take down the divisional opponent, the Washington Redskins. We, of course, played the Redskins last year and won 40-16 the last time these two teams met. If we're being fair, the Redskins came in banged up, right? They were missing one of their best offensive linemen. Terry McLaurin's been a great standout at the wide receiver position, so they were certainly missing some pieces. But the New York Giants defense today was the reason we won this football game, and it's the reason that you should be encouraged going forward. The Giants win 24-3, and the defense was fantastic. They caused 4 turnovers. Dwayne Haskins throws 3 interceptions. Haskins came in a little bit before halftime, and the Giants got after him. They created turnover after turnover. They only had about 150 through the air, maybe 50 through the ground. The Giants defense was phenomenal. Conley, unfortunately, Conley goes down with an injury. Hopefully he's okay. This guy has been a standout. He now has 2 interceptions on the year. Came up with a pick in this game, had a sack, was all over the field, very active. Hopefully he's okay. Janoris Jenkins, a guy who played awful last week, of course, coined by Bad Dog Shit Fondue, played phenomenal in this football game. Came up with 2 interceptions, was all over the field. Got to be very encouraged by the defense overall. And Jabril Peppers came up with a big interception as well, as the New York Giants were all over the field on defense. They hold the Redskins to 3 points, and they shut them out there, I think, in the second half. As far as the offense goes, the offense came out gunning and running, right? They looked absolutely fantastic those first 2 drives. They get out to an early lead. They're able to sit on it. They're able to win. Daniel Jones, if we're being fair, did not look good. He just didn't. He was 23 of 31, 230-something yards. I think 1 touchdown, 2 picks. And stats don't even tell the whole story, because if you look at it, you say 23 of 31. But the guy threw two picks. He should have had 4. There was a couple of interceptions that should have been caught. Jones did not play well. The Redskins made some good adjustments, which I thought they would do off of last week's performance by the Tampa Bay Bucks. What the Bucks did was they stuffed the Bucks. They took away the run, and they forced Jones to beat him. The Redskins came out with a different approach, and, it forced some turnovers. So Jones will have to learn off that, and he'll get better because of it as we head to Week 5 against the Minnesota Vikings. And going back to the defense, you got to give James Bettcher, another guy that's caught a lot of heat from Giants fans, from football fans. They've been ripping him to shreds. You got to give Bettcher credit. Bettcher completely changed the game plan this week. They were sending blitz after blitz after blitz the previous weeks. And to the Giants' credit, they did look a lot better second half against the Bucks on defense. They only gave up 3 points, should have been 6. But either way, defense looked much better in the second half, and they built over that this week. This week, they came out with a completely different game plan. They didn't blitz that often. They sent 3 or 4 guys most of the time, and they were able to still get pressure on the quarterback as they came up with 4 sacks. Conley had 1. I think Golden had a half a sack. Zimenez had a half a sack. They were getting pressure throughout the entire game. I think Pierre might have been involved. The Giants played great on the defensive end, and James Bettcher is starting to show you that mastermind, albeit against a banged-up Redskins offense, which wasn't that good to begin with. Dwayne Haskins in this game looked lost, and I'm a big Haskins fan, but he's not ready yet. He's just not. And Washington Redskins fans had to see that today. Case Keenum played awful. Keenum had 2 opportunities in that game to hit Quinn, the slot wide receiver, for touchdowns. He was wide open. He beat Grant Haley off the line of scrimmage both times, had him wide open, and he missed him. So, if I'm going to say I have any knock on the defense, it's that. But overall, defense played as good as you could hope for. Coming off of, the Cowboys, they give up 5 straight touchdowns. The Bills look great, right? The Bucks, they give up over 30 points. But this week, they played great. Defense is why we won this game. Daniel Jones needs to work on some of the mistakes he made. Sterling Shepard came up with a lot of big catches. He had over 70 yards. Seemed like he caught a pass every time they needed one. Great game. Ingram, somewhat involved, had over 50 yards through the air. Gallman involved in both the passing and rushing game. Gallman was fantastic. Outside of the fumble, which he needs to work on. We all know Gallman's had fumbling issues since he's been in the NFL. But Gallman overall, I think he had over 50 on the ground, 50 in the air, had touchdown, both passing, catching, and running it in. So Gallman played good in Saquon Barkley's absence. That's all you can hope for. Just please hold on to the football. Hillman fumbled as well. So the Giants did turn the ball over 4 times in this game, but somehow still were able to come out with a 21-point victory. Landon Collins runs his mouth. He didn't give up a ton of yards to Evan Ingram. Like I said, Ingram, I think, had, 54 yards or so. But he got called for defensive holding because he was getting beat like a drum. Landon Collins, you're not worth the money you're getting paid. Enjoy it in Washington because you ripped them off. And we're going to move on without you. Jabril Peppers in your replacement got an interception today. Janoris Jenkins last week got absolutely ridiculed and he deserved it. This week he came back with a bang with 2 picks. And it's a good time to be a Giants fan. Even, maybe this season won't amount to much, but we're 2-2. We got some positive vibes flowing. We got a tough game next week, though. Minnesota Vikings, but at home. Maybe we get to 3-2. If we win next week, that's when I start to buy in a little bit. We'll see what we do. We'll see how Daniel Jones adjusts on the fly, and we'll see if this defense could back up the Week 4 performance. But Giants fans, be happy. You got a 2-win football team, and we're tied for second place. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.